Most investments receive compound interest as opposed to simple interest. This allows an investment to earn interest on the interest already received, meaning when I have $5,000 for a year and I make a percent back on that, then the next year I make the percent of the total as opposed to what I just originally put down. Miranda plans to invest $5,000. Calculate the value of her investment after 1 year given the following rates. So we're going to need to use our compound interest formula here, which is I equals P times 1 plus R over N to the power of NT. I is how much money we're going to have at the end. P is the principal, or how much we start with. R is the rate as a decimal. N is the number of times it's compounded per year. And T is the number of years. So for A here, we have an annual interest of 12% compounded monthly. So for the equation here, we're going to have I equals the principal, which is 5,000, and that's going to be true for all of these. 1 plus the rate, which is 0.12, because it's 12%. Monthly, there are 12 months in a year, to the power of 12 times the number of years, which is just 1. So I'm going to put these all into a calculator at the end here. I'm going to create all the equations first. Second one, annual interest of an 8% compounded quarterly. So I equals 5,000 because that's my principal. 1 plus 0.08 over 4 to the power of 4 times 1 because it's 1 year. Again, that's just given to us in the equation. C, we got I equals 5,000 because we start with the same principal. Rate of 0.52 over weekly. There are 52 weeks in a year. And then lastly, we got 7.3 daily. So 5,000, 1 plus 0.073 daily. There's 365 days in a year. And the biggest mistake that people make on this is that when we have numbers like a percent that is also a decimal, just move the decimal over to the left 2 spots. So we get 0.052 and 0.073. A lot of people make the mistake of only moving it over once because that's what they're used to seeing. So just be careful of that. So I'm going to throw these into a calculator and I'll get all of our answers here at the bottom. So after throwing those into a calculator, we should get these numbers here. I rounded to the nearest hundredth because we're talking about money. So we want to know like how many cents there are. So for each of these A, B, C, and D, I have my 4 answers by just plugging those equations into a calculator.